Einen wunderschönen Willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge von Lamplight City. Wir machen weiter, wo wir aufgehört haben. Die Frage ist, wo haben wir genau aufgehört? Also wir haben einige Hinweise, wir haben diese Sachen als, ja, das sind eigentlich die Hinweise. Sie wurde zwar vergiftet, und zwar so, dass es den Anschein hatte, dass sie tot wäre. Dunkle Magie, also praktizierende dunkle Magier in der Stadt. Es ist bekannt, dass die solche Methoden benutzen. Tweezers, reaching things too small for human hands to reach, or for plucking those pesky long eyebrow hairs. Also das ist so eine Pinzette, ist das? Und hier haben wir die Vigor-Pillen, die haben wir auch gefunden. Jetzt ist die Frage, wo wir hingehen. Hier war hier noch weiter. Wir haben, glaube ich, mit ihm gequatscht. Ich weiß es nicht mehr ganz genau.
Nothing else to ask him right now. He hasn't got much time left. Best not to waste it.
Okay. Die Tochter können wir nochmal befragen. Wir könnten also nochmal dahin. Die sieht ja irgendwie anders aus als im Close-Up.
Best not to bother until we have something to ask her.
Okay, auch nicht. Auch nicht. Okay, ja, dumm. Wir haben ja Zeit. Wir reisen noch ein bisschen umher. Wir könnten nochmal zum Dupree Manor fahren, oder?
This quack hasn't got anything more for us to learn right now.
Okay, er auch nicht.
As amusing as it is to chat with this oddball, I think we've exhausted his use.
Pieces of 8?
Aye, matey.
So long, Birdie.
Bye-bye.
Vielleicht hier noch die Haushälterin? Auf alle Fälle können wir noch was
Stick
reden.
around. I may have more questions for you later.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Haben wir hier oben noch irgendwas übersehen? Eigentlich nicht, ne? Es sei denn, wir haben irgendwas übersehen. Warum können wir eigentlich das hier machen? Hatten wir nicht irgendwo... Wir hatten doch irgendwo eine Melodie. Wartet mal, ich überspringe hier gerade bloß das...
I've never seen so many beauty...
Nee. Haben wir hier schon reingeguckt?
They're all empty. How unusual.
Not to mention disappointing.
Nee. Hier war es, da. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Was ist das für ein Buchstabe? Ist das ein B, ne? The B of Kale. Warte mal kurz. Nicht wundern, ich tappe bloß gerade raus. Kale, was ist ein Kale? Kale Translate. Holt. Nee, Kale ist hier französisch. Hä? Nee, Kale ist Englisch. Das heißt doch Kale, ne? Ja. Englisch. Ausgangssprache Rumänisch. Was? Ich möchte es in Deutsch haben. Gibt es nicht. Hä? Ansonsten ist es normale Tonleiter, die man hier sieht. Cäsars dicke, eine fette Gans. Hat dicke Füße. Was war denn das? Da gab es doch so einen schönen Spruch. Naja, ist egal. Aber,
Nothing else of interest in there. That's an old uniform, from the turn of the century by the look of it. This must be Madame Dupre's first husband. Kinda strange that she'd still keep his portrait in the bedroom.
Die Tonleiter selber macht ja keinen Sinn. Ich meine, wenn da jetzt ein Geheimnis hinter versteckt sein sollte bezüglich der Tonleiter, also dann... Ne, oder? Was anderes können wir nicht spielen. Was... Ich finde es ja interessant, dass so viel Detail hier gerade dabei ist, aber irgendwie fühle ich mich gerade verloren. Gut, also hier ist nichts. Ich spote mal hier bloß raus. So, mit ihr können wir nicht sprechen, weil sie ist ja so typisch...
Her eyes are glazed over and she's got a vacant, expressionless stare. She seems completely oblivious to her surroundings. If we didn't know she'd been buried alive, I'd say she was just exhibiting the typical symptoms of your average rich person.
Da war nichts. Pass auf, wir gehen mal hier nochmal hin und sprechen mit unserer ehemaligen Chefin.
Can we talk?
Go on, I'm listening.
Okay.
I wanted to go over the case with you.
Okay, what have you got?
I seem to have hit a roadblock. There's an officer posted at Dupre's family tomb, and he won't let me in.
Makes sense. Who's the officer?
I've never seen him before. He's young, has a small scar over his left eye, and a distinct Dixie accent.
Ah, yes, that would be Officer Grant. He's only been with the department for about 2 months. I don't know a lot about him, but he's already got the reputation for being the type of policeman who'd go out of his way to help old ladies cross the street. Typical Southern gentleman, it seems. Perhaps you can use that to your advantage?
Okay. Hilft alten Damen.
Madame Dupre's son isn't being very helpful.
Is he refusing to talk?
More like incapable. The family doctor has him pretty well drugged to the gills. I need to find some way to perk him up.
Well, you know, we are in a coffee house.
I have a feeling it will take something a touch more powerful than coffee.
Das
That's
stimmt.
enough about the case for now.
Okay,
That's it, I think.
then you'd better get back to it.
Das stimmt. Wir brauchen ein bisschen mehr als nur... Wir haben auch keine andere Möglichkeit, hier zu interagieren gerade, okay? So, wir könnten ihn hier ein bisschen ablenken. Warte mal. Eine alte Lady irgendwo.
Good day to you, officer.
Afraid I ain't got time for idle chat, sir. Please, move along.
Nice view of the river from up here. You can hardly even see the cloud of smog over the chum.
Nicht gut. Ich dachte, es geht jetzt hier einfacher.
Welcome back, Mr. Fordham.
Hi.
She's not gonna be much help right now. Best not to bother her.
Warte mal, können wir hier nochmal durch?
There's no way you'll be able to look behind that curtain while Mrs. Martin is in the room. You'll need to get her out somehow.
Hätte ja klappen können. Ja, dann gehe ich jetzt mal nach Hause. So, keine Lust mehr. Vielleicht sagt ja meine Frau irgendwas Schönes.
I've managed to survive the wild streets of New Bretagne.
Hello, Miles. So what's this big case Upton's got you on? Another missing pet?
If only. A Gascon Grand Dame was attacked and almost interred alive.
You mean Madame Dupre? The one whose obituary was in the paper?
The very same.
Goodness, that does sound serious. Tell me if there's anything I can do to help. I know you haven't been feeling your best lately.
You're always a help to me, Addie. Though I assure you I have this well in hand.
I certainly hope so.
Okay.
Addie?
Yes, dear?
I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
What is it?
There's an officer posted in front of Madame Dupre's family tomb, and I need to get a look inside. Could you use your wiles and charm to distract him?
My wiles and charm,
Well, you are irresistible, darling. I'm sure he wouldn't turn away a lady in need. Say you've gotten lost in the cemetery and ask him to show you the way out.
Should we really be tricking a police officer like that?
Ja.
There's no harm in it, and I won't be but a moment inside. It's in a good cause.
All right, let's go then.
Yes. Ach, der tut mir ein bisschen leid.
Excuse me, officer. I was wondering if you could help me?
What do you want?
I seem to have gotten all turned around. Do you have any idea how to get to the front gate?
My suggestion would be to turn around and head back the way you came.
Yes, I've tried that, but I seem to just be going in circles. Perhaps you could point me in the right direction?
Stop right there. That's quite enough from you.
I beg your pardon?
Don't think I can't tell what your game is.
Was?
You're trying to lure me away from here and into some alley where your gang of Sambos is gonna rob me blind. Exactly how many of them have you got lying in wait for poor, unsuspecting fools you bring them?
Just one.
Whoa.
And he doesn't appreciate you talking to his wife that way.
You know, Miles, sometimes I forget how absolutely delightful it is to watch you lose your head.
Miles, was that really necessary?
I'm sorry, Addie. You know how I get with people whose minds are full of that rubbish.
Let's just get him out of sight before this lands both of us in jail. That bush over there should work. I have to say, I wasn't expecting assaulting a policeman to be on today's activity list.
It'll be fine. When you're on the force as long as I was, you can pretty much get away with murder.
Although I think you may have already used up that privilege.
Well, it's been fun, but I need to take my wiles and charm over to my appointment with Mrs. Lefebvre. I'll see you at home later, dear. Try to stay out of trouble.
Gut, jetzt hat er hat sie natürlich, der sagt, ja, komm mir bloß nicht näher, ne? Und du willst mich doch hier bloß ablenken und mich in irgendeine Ecke zerren und dann kommen deine, und das war eher rassistisch angehaucht, ne? Mit allem drum und dran und deswegen, niemand redet so mit meiner Frau. Pusch. Sehr gut. Sehr gut. Wir gehen rein. Ich hoffe, es hat keiner gesehen. Ein Glück ist er neu. Ui, schöner. Dieser Blick durch einen Stein, ne? Was ist das, ein Nest? Der erinnert mich gerade, Moment, jetzt muss ich kurz überlegen, an Kingsfest 6. Und zwar ist es ein Blick, oh Gott, ich glaube bei den Minotauren im großen Labyrinth.
That nest is full of eggs. But where's the mother bird?
Perhaps she abandoned it.
Always assuming the worst, aren't you, Miles?
Tja, immer das Schrecklichste annehmen.
What a dramatic statue. I'm rather surprised no one has defaced it. Hang on. You don't suppose this is...
Das ist was?
I suppose the whole heaven shining down upon the tomb motif is good for the dead people's self-esteem. These crypts are reserved for future generations of Chestertons to rot in.
There are only 3 left.
Then let's hope the Chestertons aren't opposed to spending eternity cozied up to one another.
Oh.
Surprise, surprise! A hidden compartment with a stash of pills inside. Seems Mr. Montgomery has a little business on the side.
Moment mal. Andrew Montgomery. Aha, das sind also die Pillen. Okay. Ich glaube, die Mutter hatte ich glaube ich in der letzten Folge gesagt, die Mutter hat Tabletten genommen, aus Versehen, die falschen, und dementsprechend ist sie weggetreten.
John Patrick Chesterton, 1740 to 1825. Patriarch, leader, family man.
Mhm. In der Reihenfolge.
Desmond Chesterton, 1745 to 1810. Strong in life, stronger in death.
Mhm.
Jane Scott Chesterton, 1746 to 1815. Ab Eterno.
Okay, kann nichts mehr anfangen.
William Arthur Chesterton, 1770 to 1837. Gone but never forgotten.
Ah, der Klassiker.
Celine, 1823 to 1844. Taken too soon, rest ye with the angels.
21. Ah.
Sarah Chesterton, 1784 to 1812. I told you I was sick. Douglas Chesterton, 1791 to 1840. Good riddance. Dale Chesterton, 1795 to 1843. A good man. Rest in peace.
This must be what was going to be Madame Dupre's final resting place.
I don't see anything inside.
What, were you expecting a note from her attacker?
No, but I was hoping for some kind of clue at the very least.
These crypts are reserved for future generations of Chestertons to rot in.
There are only 3 left.
Then let's hope the Chestertons aren't opposed to spending eternity cozied up to one another.
Ich guck mal nochmal alles ab. Wir haben hier oben die Vögel.
That nest is full of always assuming.
Wir haben aber hier nicht mehr.
I have to admit, it's a fairly ingenious hiding spot.
So, das heißt, wir haben zumindest einen Teil einer Spur. Ich hoffe, wir können hier wiederkommen, ohne dass wir... Warte mal, ich mach mal so und gehe nochmal so. Okay, ich glaube, das ist clean an der Stelle. Gut. So, jetzt gehen wir da. Und... Oh, warte mal. Okay, er hat nichts. Dann reden wir jetzt mal mit ihm hier. Oder geben ihm seine eigenen Pillen.
I have some questions for you.
Oh, goody.
Oh, goody.
You'll never believe what I found in your family's tomb.
Oh? Was it a ghost?
No, it was these vigor pills. You wouldn't happen to know how they got there, would you?
I see you really are good at your job, aren't you, Mr. Fordham?
Look, Andrew, I'm in no mood for games.
Tja, I'm willing to overlook your unlawful activities in exchange for your cooperation. Just be quiet and take one of these pills. Na,
I'm willing to overlook your unlawful activities in exchange for your cooperation.
Fine, but you have to understand, I'm not exactly feeling myself right now.
I understand perfectly, which is why I need you to take one of these pills.
Yes.
I suppose one would help. Thank you. My goodness, I always forget how fast those pills work. My heart is racing. You said you had questions, didn't you? Well, go on, ask them already. We mustn't waste any more time.
Well,
okay.
That seems to have done the trick. I just hope we haven't doomed him to a heart attack.
Oh, komm. So, Feuer.
What can you tell me about Madame Dupré?
I can't believe anyone would be so cruel as to do what that wretched bastard Martin did to her. Mother is kind and generous, and everyone loves her. She's even good enough to hire actual people to do the housework. Not many wealthy families do that, you know. They just use automated machines or hire servants to operate the manual ones.
How is it you know Albert Martin?
He works at the greenhouse where my sister Juliet does her research. The two of them were involved romantically, and Mother didn't like that at all. I heard their fights. They were ghastly.
What exactly made you suspect he was the one responsible for what happened to your mother?
Well, I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? His mother's a notorious voodoo witch. Those people do all sorts of awful things to our kind. It's all out of spite, you know. He knew Mother disapproved of his relationship with Juliet, so he plotted to get rid of her.
Okay, hat's also nicht gesehen.
How do you typically spend your days, Mr. Montgomery? What are your interests?
I study pharmacology at the university. I'll be graduating next year if all goes well.
Okay.
I just hope Mother has recovered enough by then to understand what's going on. She and Jean were so proud of me when I started university. I'd be so disappointed if she couldn't see me finish.
Wer ist das?
I take it Jean is your stepfather.
He is. Mother married him 5 years after my father died of consumption.
My condolences. Do you have a good relationship with him?
Not terribly. Truth is, I hardly ever see him. In fact, before the funeral, I hadn't seen him at all this month.
Where is he now?
I don't know for certain, but it seems likely he's at his hunting cabin.
His hunting cabin?
Yes, he often goes there. It's his way of leaving polite society behind and spending time with his thoughts. Considering what Mother just went through, well, I would guess that's where he's gone. Although, to be honest, I don't know why he's not here with Mother in her time of need.
Why do people run away from their problems instead of facing them?
Weil sie das Problem
Miles?
sind.
Do you know where this cabin is?
Afraid not. I don't share his passions, so I never cared much to accompany him on his outings.
Okay, das ist ein guter Hinweis. Hoffentlich ein korrekter.
What can you tell me about your sister, Juliet?
Juliet, smart as a whip and just as forgiving. She's a fighter, that one. Despite being the only woman in her class, she's managed to rank at the top.
Impressive.
I only wish Mother was more accepting of Juliet going to university. But you don't want to hear about boring family matters, I'm sure.
Oh, but family matters are my favorite. It's always so reassuring to know how much worse off everyone else is.
Scheint aber eine gute Meinung von der Schwester zu haben, ja?
What exactly were the circumstances leading up to your mother's supposed death?
A few days ago, I arrived home from school and found her collapsed on the floor. She wasn't breathing, so I immediately contacted Dr. Fellows. He examined her and pronounced her dead. We were all completely shocked. I was devastated. She'd been in fine health. In fact, she'd just been out riding that morning. You can imagine our surprise at the funeral when she sprang back to life.
Sie ist ausgeritten am Morgen.
What's your relationship with the servants like?
Relationship? I don't have one with them. They're servants. Mother always made it clear that they weren't part of the family, just help. We've only got 2 on staff right now, though, the kitchen girl and the gardener.
Ich bin immer noch der Meinung, der Gärtner war es. Das ist zu einfach.
So, you're running some kind of pill business on the side.
I'm providing a service, Mr. Fordham. Not everyone in this life is as lucky as I am.
Ach so.
People pay top crown for luxuries like airship tickets and social club memberships. Medicine should be affordable to all. Dr. Tennyson has a patent on the energy pill formula and thus a monopoly on the market. That means he can charge whatever he wants. Students use these kinds of pills all the time, you know. Academic rigors can be overwhelming, and concentrating can be difficult without help sometimes. I've got the skills and the equipment. If I can replicate the formula, help my fellow students, and sell them at a much more reasonable price, why shouldn't I?
There's the fact that what you're doing is illegal.
Oh, you're starting to sound just like Mother. And just because it's illegal doesn't mean it's immoral. I can think of plenty of examples where the opposite is true.
You're probably the most altruistic person I've met all month.
The sad part is it's true.
That's a rather exotic bird you've got.
Yes, Ray is nice when he's quiet. But get him started and it's tough to shut him up.
Who trained him?
I think he already knew some phrases when Mother bought him. She's managed to teach him a few new ones, though.
Thanks for your time.
My pleasure.
Vielleicht hat er was mitbekommen. Ray, mein lieber Freund.
Who's a pretty bird?
What? Ray's a pretty bird.
Polly want a cracker?
No, thank you. What?
Pieces of 8?
Aye, matey. What?
So long, Birdie.
What? Bye-bye.
Nun gut, machen wir hier an der Stelle ein Folgenpäuschen. Wir haben mehr Informationen bekommen. Das können wir mitunter wahrscheinlich... Was haben wir denn? Question Residence of Dupree Manor, sind wir eigentlich bei? Investigate the Chesterton Tomb, sind wir eigentlich dabei? Discover the source of Juliet and her mother's rift. Müssen wir noch gucken. Und locate Jean Duprés Hunting Cabin. Das kriegen wir noch raus, hoffentlich. Aber nicht jetzt, sondern voraussichtlich in der nächsten Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zusehen und bis dahin. Euer Firefox.